Hello, can y'all hear me? This is Skype checking in. Can you guys hear us? Okay, so we are asking questions about, what the students want the SGA or whoever to do for sexual awareness or prevention or whatever. You guys know that April is the sexual awareness. It's not this month, right? Can we get a sound check to see if we need to move if the music is too loud out here?
The prompter needs to go back up.
And we are starting over from the top.
Today on UTA News, we take a look at a few of UTA's millennials.
We also take a look at this weekend's Dig Pink game.
And we will also take a look at the costume ideas that are campus appropriate. UTA News starts now. Hello and welcome to the 7th edition of UTA News. I'm Benjamin Diaz.
And I'm Lina Mohammed.
The observance level of religion is changing over time, and so are the demographics.
Y'all should switch seats. Ben's supposed to be in this chair. Because you're anchor one, aren't you?
I
So
think
anchor
so.
one sits in this chair. Anchor
On
two
the
sits in that
rundown,
chair.
I'm anchor one, so I don't know. But I don't know how they put the rundown. I mean, on the thing.
We're not doing videos, we're just gonna read the whole thing for the first one.
Katie, you have Ben talking first into camera one. He should be sitting
Yeah,
there
so
into
Ben is
camera.
anchor one.
So you
Okay.
sit
Switch.
here, and then
Make sure
Lena
the
sits
graphics
there.
are
Then you gotta change the graphics background. Because when that just happened, it switched to camera one. It was right in front of him instead of like.
So we need graphics with, by the way, with Ben.
Okay. Yalla. Can you tell them to give me, is it possible to get a printout of all the scripts? Because this iPad is dead.
Lena wants to know if there's an extra copy of the script printed.
I totally heard you say coffee.
No, the script.
No, like what I'm supposed to say, just in case.
Word for word.
Okay.
You got it. You just have to
That one's dead. It wasn't charged.
It wasn't charged?
No.
It's dead.
Hold on, I'll bring you I'll bring you a charger.
Okay.
You're close to the plug in.
Yeah. I guess. Okay.
I was anchoring, and it was at like.
زينة إشهاد بظابط؟ إشهاد بظابط؟
All right, quiet on the floor. Quiet on the floor. Ready on the floor.
Ready?
Stand by.
Can we start? Okay, today on UTA News, we take a look at a few of UTA's millennials.
We also take a look at this weekend's Dig Pink game.
And we will also take a look at costume ideas that are campus appropriate. UTA News starts now. I'm Benjamin Diaz.
And I'm Lina Mohammed.
Keep on going, right? All right. The younger generation of adults in America, known as millennials, are less likely to be linked to a religious group, according to the Pew Research Center. 36% of the younger group of millennials declare themselves unaffiliated with any form of religion. And although there are some millennials who admit in believing in religion, studies indicate that there is a high percentage of them who don't pray or go to religious services at all. Millennials believe there are some things that could be done so that they feel more welcomed.
By the many women who shared their stories in light of the Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein scandal, UTA students are taking to social media to share their stories of sexual assault and harassment. I spoke to 2 students about their experiences and why they decided to join.
I wasn't really raised religiously. You know, my mom wouldn't really take me to church or Sunday, but I felt maybe if they were more accepting or maybe had more activities to do other than just mass.
According to the Texas Penal Code, sexual assault is typically a second-degree felony punishable by a sentence of 10 to 20 years, 2 to 20 years, and a possible $10,000 fine. Help and resources are available on campus through UTA's Relationship Violence and Sexual Assault Prevention 24-hour hotline at 817-272-0260.
Student government elections are taking place here at UTA, and sexual assault and violence are an important issue. News reporter Diana Bonilla is live at the UC where campaigning is taking place.
When we come back from break, we'll take a look at how the Lady Maverick volleyball and softball teams did this weekend. That didn't make sense. Welcome back to UTA News. I'm Kendall Sermon, and this is UTA Sports. Well, the UT Arlington Lady Mavs softball team took on Tarleton State University. That teleprompter is moving way too fast.
The teleprompter is moving way too fast.
Yeah, I didn't even finish that sentence. Sophomore pitcher Jojo Valencia had an exceptional game, throwing 5 scoreless innings. The game was at an even 0-0 before UTA started the scoring in the 3rd inning to take a 3-0 lead, including an RBI triple by sophomore Whitney Walton. Tarleton just could not keep up with UTA's dominant pitching, only scoring 3 runs in the 9th, but after UTA had tacked on 5 more. UTA finishes the game 8-3. This was just fall play for the Lady Mavs, who are not set to play again at home until February. We wish you luck on your upcoming season, ladies. Maverick Volleyball returned to its home court over the weekend to win both matches and sport pink attire after 5 games away on the road. Maverick Volleyball returns to the road to take on University of Louisiana Lafayette on Thursday. The Cowboys came out with a 40-10 win yesterday over the 49ers, but not after losing their kicker, Dan Bailey. Bailey left the game in the first quarter after a groin injury he had sustained. Defensive safety Jeff Heath acted as kicker after Bailey's injury. Heath finished the game converting 2 extra point attempts and had 6 tackles. That's it for UTA Sports. I'm Kendall Sermon. When we come back, we take a look at bed races with him.
Welcome back to UTA News. I'm Angel Rodriguez with entertainment.
Hey Kendall, can you get back on the screen really fast? Do you need to like check it, or are you gonna do it like on the fly? Let me check it real quick. Yeah, is that too much headroom or is it good? Zoom me out a little bit. She has a little bit of shadow in her. Could you zoom me out?
Scoot the cam.
Get her away. No, get her away from the other way. Other way.
Yeah, there you go.
So the,
Yeah, can you see, like,
But she's not gonna get the over the. Oh, is she? Yeah, she.
yeah, okay. Alright. No.
Okay.
Come on, Zena.
You good, Zena?
She needs more practice.
Get more body instead of these guys. These have been like that. Like that? Yeah, I want to see my body. I'm just start reading.
Welcome back to UTA News. I'm Angel Rodriguez with entertainment. Mattresses sped through Maverick Stadium this past Wednesday for their annual bed races. Mattresses.
15 minutes till we go live.
If you missed out this year, don't worry. There are more events. Check out uta.edu/events. With Halloween coming up, students shared their costume inspirations and recommendations. Well, remember that university policies state that the use of prop weapons on campus is not allowed unless it is for a university event and has been approved by UTA police. The remake of Stephen King's 1990 movie It was released this year on September 8, 2017. With Halloween around the corner, this film is a must-see. I was able to watch this film, and here's my reflection on this new movie. Oops, my bad. I forgot to change that to green. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Sorry.
Liddy. What did he say? Zaina, I swear. Wait till this class over. Wait till I catch you in the parking lot. Wow, my tie is so dirty. This film begins with the missing and disappearance of several children from the town of Derry, Maine.
Which one? Which one? It's redundant. Sorry. You're saying the missing and disappearance.
The missing and disappearance.
We go live in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
That means get your shit together.
The remake of it's still.
We're going to keep going. We're running the prompter.
If you're interested in seeing this film, you can still see it at your nearest movie theater.
When we come back, we will take a look at the nursing department requirements,
as well as what UTA has to offer for parents. We will be right back.
Isn't that the two-shot?
Okay, so after Angel. Yeah. Okay.
Christmas came a little early for students who applied to UTA's nursing program for spring 2018. too.
I didn't check my, I just checked my bag. They're saying you said the
10 minutes. Hold up. We got a problem. We got a problem. We got a real big problem.
What's the issue? This?
Yeah, y'all are like way off. So I'm gonna need you
Go this way.
to come over this way, like right here. Center yourself in my arm or my hand.
live in 10
Center yourself in my hand. I think we need you about there. Yeah, that actually just come in just a little bit, just a little bit. You come, yeah, come in to here. Bring the edge of your body right there for me.
Bring what?
The edge of your chair, your body, everything right there for me. That way I can bring y'all back in.
Good.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, to know that I'm good, the pillars have to be held, you know? So, yeah, we should be good. It should be comfortable to where you just have to do a twist whenever it's your turn to talk, and you can twist right.
Oh, not turn too much. Okay.
Turn this way. Alright, so yeah, y'all stay where y'all are at.
Good? Is this good?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Start and finish it. Go.
I slept 4 hours first, and my girlfriend woke me up at the station.
Slightly to your left. Are you ready to go?
Good.
Repeat.
Oh my god.
Did you snap that?
We're doing a prayer.
And then what? Oh my God. Slightly to your left. Hey, they don't do the anchors RFP anymore. So what do we have for this? Hey, slightly to your left.
live in 8 minutes. Maxima?
Oh, yeah. For more information on UTA's nursing programs, visit www.uta.edu/CONHI.
Each year, the Parent and Family Center hosts its event, Parent and Family Weekend. Okay. It's okay. Good. To encourage. Family Weekend to encourage students to bond with their families and to give parents an in-depth look into the college experience. Is this me? I guess, okay. In addition to his role as the director of the Parent and Family Center, Gonzalez is also the assistant dean of students and started the Parent and Family Center in 2007. For more information about the Parent and Family Center, please visit www.uta.edu/parents.
So this is me. Tomorrow marks 2 months since Hurricane Harvey made landfall, which impacted communities that are continuing the recovery process. Here's how UTA is giving back. Reporter Chanel Sassoon has the story.
Make it more conversational, less reading.
Okay.
Make it flow more naturally.
Isn't it a little redundant if we're saying
We go
here's
live
how
in
you
about
change
5 minutes,
a
everybody.
reporter has a story?
Go ahead again. What?
If we're saying here's how UT is helping, isn't that a toss to
That's
the
a
package?
toss.
But there's also Chanel Sister has a story. Do you know what I'm saying? It sounds not.
Oh, it sounds redundant. Is
Yeah.
that what you're trying to? Which line is that? B what or A what?
The intro, it's a D4, the intro to the family one.
Yeah, the B4.
D4.
If you'd like to donate, boxes will be set up on the first and third floor of the social work complex, building A, through December 1st.
Many people need foreign language for their course requirements, and UTA now offers American Sign Language. But for two, it is. What is this? It is more than just.
But for two, it is more.
Or for
than
two
just a
people, you mean?
requirement.
Okay, that doesn't make sense. It's okay. But for two, it is more than just a requirement.
Yeah, we should have like, but for 2 students or something.
It makes no sense. To find out more about the American Sign Language classes, you can visit the Department of Modern Languages in Hammond Hall. Also new to their schedules is the Korean language.
Yeah.
Which camera am I looking at next? One? Two-shot camera 2 says, but okay. Prompter.
That's all we have this week on the 7th edition of UTA News. I'm Benjamin Diaz.
And I'm Lina Mohammed. Stay tuned next week for more news, entertainment, and sports. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Lena, it's a 2-shot. Lena, the goodbye is a 2-shot on 1.
It said 2-shot on 2.
It's a 2-shot.
I know it said 2-shot, but it said 2-shot on 2.
A
Okay.
2-shot on 2.
It said 2-shot.
We go live in 3 minutes.
We need Today on UTA News, we take a look at a few of UTA's millennials.
We also take a look at this weekend's Dig Pink game.
And we will also take a look at costume ideas that are campus appropriate. UTA News starts now. Hello and welcome to the 7th edition of UTA News. I'm Benjamin Diaz.
And I'm Lina Muhammad.
The level of religious observance is changing in society, and so are the demographics. The younger generation of adults in America, known as millennials, are less likely to be linked to a religious group, according to the Pew Research Center. 36% of the younger group of millennials declare themselves unaffiliated with any form of religion. And although there are some millennials who admit in believing in religion, studies indicate that there is a high percentage of them who don't pray or go to religious services at all. Millennials believe there are some things that could be done so that they feel more welcomed.
I wasn't really raised religiously. My mom wouldn't really take me to church or Sunday, but I feel maybe if they were more accepting or maybe had more activities to do other than just mass, and more groups to join, I would probably be more likely to go to them.
Inspired by the many women who shared their stories in light of the Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein scandal, UTA students are taking to social media to share their stories of sexual assault and harassment. I spoke to 2 students about their experiences and why they decided to join.
Recently, sexual assault and sexual harassment survivors have been condensing their most traumatic experiences to the 2 simple words, "Me Too." Thousands of people, including UTA students, joined the online campaign after the actress Alyssa Milano revived an older campaign asking people who had been sexually assaulted to reply, "Me Too."
If every woman that has been sexually harassed or assaulted would post "Me Too," then maybe we could see how big the problem is.
King decided to only post "Me Too" on her Facebook. She posted because she felt obligated to show people that it can happen to everyone.
Yes, it does happen, and it happens to me, and I know you, and we're family or we're friends or whatever, and so it's a bigger problem than people think, I guess.
Mark Napieralski also took to Facebook to share his story. He posted to shatter the stereotype that this never happens to men.
Being sexually harassed by a fellow worker at your first job, as it repeatedly happens, and one of the people who witnessed it says they don't want to give a report.
Also see and admit that men and non-men, non-binary, and so forth, are also on the receiving end of sexual harassment and sexual assault.
King says she's hopeful that because of this campaign, less people would have to say "Me Too." And Napieralski agrees.
That's where we have to step in. And it's bad because we gotta. We have to do it because if we don't, no one else will.
Lina Muhammad, UTA News.
According to the Texas Penal Code, sexual assault is typically a second-degree felony punishable by a sentence of 2 to 20 years and a possible $10,000 fine. Help and resources are available on campus through UTA's Relationship Violence and Sexual Assault Prevention 24-hour hotline at 817-272-0260.
Student government elections are taking place here at UTA, and sexual assault and violence are an important issue. News reporter Diana Bonilla is live at the UC, where campaigning is taking place.
Hi, I'm Diana. I'm here live from the UC, and we are discussing the hashtag #MeToo, which is regarding sexual assault, and we are here with
Austin Torres, and I'm a mechanical engineering major.
Carolyn Thompson, I'm a social work major.
Okay, so we talked about how the hashtag is being used for women and men to express their experiences regarding sexual assault. What's your opinion on the fact that women are doing this and coming out to say that they have been sexually assaulted?
Well, honestly, on this issue, I haven't really been putting too much thought into it, but I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great thing that they're doing. It just really helps raise awareness for everyone that's going through those sort of things. And overall, yeah, I just think it's a good thing.
I think it's actually very powerful for girls to come out and step up and talk about what's been happening to them. And I think it's very courageous. And I like that people are feeling that they want people to hear their story and they want to raise awareness for people that have gone through sexual assault.
And also another fact about this campaign, it's not only being geared towards women, but also men, which is a new thing because a lot of people stereotype about the fact that it's only women who get sexually assaulted. So what do you think about that?
Well, it's obvious that like that's not the only thing that occurs. It's not just women that are being victimized, but that they are the majority. They are the ones that are usually victimized, but some men as well, of course.
What do you think?
I think it's good to raise awareness for both parties because everyone always assumes it's always the woman that gets assaulted. But it's good that they're standing up for men also, and because men need that voice and need that awareness also. So.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing your experiences, and back to you guys.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, Diana, for this live report. When we come back from a break, we'll take a look at how the Lady Maverick volleyball and softball teams did this weekend.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to UTA News. I'm Kendall Sermon, and this is UTA Sports. The UT Arlington Lady Mavs softball team took on Tarleton State University in a preseason match at Allen Sachs Field on a windy Saturday afternoon. Jojo Valencia had an exceptional game during 5 scoreless innings. The game was at an even 0-0 before UTA started the scoring in the 3rd inning to take a 3-0 lead, including an RBI triple by sophomore Whitney Walton. Tarleton just could not keep up with UTA's dominant pitching, only scoring 3 runs in the 9th. But after UTA had tacked on 5 more, UTA won the game 8-3. This was just fall play for the Lady Mavs, who are not set to play again at home until February. We wish you luck on your upcoming season, ladies. Maverick Volleyball returned to its home court over the weekend to win both matches and sport pink attire after 5 games away on the road.
On Saturday, the Lady Mavericks sported pink socks and ribbons during the match against Georgia Southern University for their annual Dig Pink match. Volleyball assistant head coach Austin Diamore shares why the Dig Pink match is important.
I don't think there's anybody nowadays that isn't affected by cancer in general, and I think breast cancer has taken a forefront in that, especially in the month of October, and it's just a great way to support a worthy cause, and we raise a good amount of money every year, and people come out to this game because in support of that, so it's I think it's close to everyone's hearts. And
Social work graduate student Anisha John says the Dig Pink match is her favorite game of the season.
Pink Out game is the volleyball game specifically for breast cancer awareness. And this is actually my favorite game of the season. They have it every year, and you see everybody coming together to support a cause that's national, so it's really cool, and you see some people that come out and that are survivors, and you hear their stories. So it's really inspiring. I love it, and it gets people spirited about UTA, the game, and as well as breast cancer awareness.
The Lady Mavericks ended the night with a win over Georgia Southern University, bringing their conference record up to 4-5. Mara Lopez, UTA News.
Maverick Volleyball returns to the road to take on the University of Louisiana Lafayette on Thursday. The Cowboys came out with a 40-10 win yesterday over the 49ers, but not after losing their kicker Dan Bailey. Bailey left the game in the first quarter after a groin injury he had sustained. Defensive safety Jeff Heath acted as a kicker after Bailey's injury. Heath finished the game converting 2 extra point attempts and had 6 tackles. That's it for UTA Sports. I'm Kendall Sermon. When we come back, we take a look at bed races.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back to UTA News. I'm Andrew Rodriguez with Entertainment. Mattresses sped through Maverick Stadium this past Wednesday for their annual bed races.
The 38th annual bed races took place here at UTA Wednesday, October 18th. Students and alumni gathered together at the Maverick Stadium to participate in the tradition.
I'm an alumni, and as a student I was with Excel, and I oversaw bed races 1 year, so I kind of love it.
The event really brought out the Maverick spirit in those that attended. President Kabari talked about the importance of this event.
How important are bed races to us? They're very important. We need traditions at UTA, traditions that bring us close together, and things that we're going to remember 10 years after we graduate. So this is why we can experience the fun we have. And bed races definitely do that for us.
Shelby Richards, UTA News.
If you missed out this year, don't worry. There's more events. Check out uta.edu/events. With Halloween coming up, students shared their costume inspirations and recommendations.
Although you shouldn't wear masks or bring prop weapons to campus, students can still dress up for Halloween next Tuesday. Advertising senior Soraya Zahir got her inspiration from the recent horror film, It.
And I decided to be Georgie from the movie It. He was like the little boy who had a paper boat and he got caught by the cloud in the rain. And I decided to just get, it was a pretty simple costume to recreate. I had to get the raincoat from Amazon, and I got the boots from a grocery store, and it's just a white t-shirt and jeans, and then I made the paper boat that he has in the movie. And yeah, it was pretty simple to put together. I'll probably wear it for Halloween to school because it's pretty school appropriate, and I still get to enjoy the Halloween holiday.
Communication junior Kevin Martinez works at the costume shop here at Halloween in Arlington and says students can still wear costumes without breaking university policies.
Our favorite Halloween costumes that we've had so far are the Hocus Pocus girls, Harley Quinn for sure, and just sexy anything. Sexy nurse, sexy nun, sexy cop, sexy anything. It's always been, my recommendations would be any kind of superhero. Morph suits, if you can wear the mask, great. If not, just tuck it down. And inflatable suits.
Remember that university policies state the use of prop weapons on campus is not allowed unless a university event and has been approved by the UTA police. The remake of Stephen King's 1990 movie It was released this year on September 8, 2017. With Halloween around the corner, this film is a must-see. I was able to watch the film, and here's my reflection on the movie.
When you're a kid, you think the universe revolves around you. You think that you'll always be protected and cared for. Then, one day, you realize that's not true.
This film begins with the missing and disappearance of several children from the town of Derry, Maine. Soon, a group of kids are being faced with their worst fears and find out that their town is being grasped by an evil force. The brother of Bill's character goes missing along with several kids in the town. Pennywise, an old dancing circus clown living in the sewers, is trying to force fear into the hearts of these kids.
If you'll come with me, you'll float too.
I saw something.
The clown.
This evil force comes every 27 years to feed on the locals, mainly young children. Soon, these group of kids realize it's up to them to stop Pennywise and to be each other's protector. The overall outcome of this film from the original has its hits and misses, but for the newer generation who have not seen the original film will not be lacking any information from the original to the new. Angel Rodriguez, UTA News. Could still be seen in the movie theater.
When we come back, we will take a look at the nursing department requirements,
as well as what UTA has to offer for parents. We will be right back.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well...
But candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
Christmas came a little early for students who applied to UTA's nursing program for spring 2018.
In a program of already more than 19,000 students, UTA's nursing program will grow this spring.
Me and my friend Sean, we both check and we both get in. We're super excited, our hands are shaking, and then we have to try and do our lab practical, and it didn't go very well. I could not think.
Nursing junior Michael Hernandez was just one of many who received an email on October 3rd stating he was accepted into the program.
I applied for the spring semester, which is supposed to be easier, but even then, I wasn't sure if I was going to get in.
Nursing junior Bianca Finn began her junior 1 semester this fall and has a friend who got accepted as well.
That's awesome to see other people that I know getting into the program as well.
Since starting, Finn says the program has been great so far, but she's been overwhelmed and stressed.
I expected it to be hard, but not as hard as I thought. The first test I studied really hard for. Next test I was like, okay, I'm really tired of studying, so I kind of put it off a little bit and realized I cannot do that in the nursing program here.
Senior 1 nursing students Bethany Poole and Jocelyn Gonzalez has advice to give for newly accepted students.
Sleep. Don't take advantage of the studying time. Like, take advantage of your sleep time, and then stressing will get you nowhere.
They say having friends by your side is an important part of the journey.
That's the one thing I love about nursing school is we have so many resources. You have your faculty, the other nursing students, especially since your family doesn't really understand what you're going through. So you kind of get through this with your friends.
When you get to the program, there is no slacking, there's no cramming anymore.
Overall, they say UTA's nursing program has been great, and they give encouragement to the new students.
Overall, the program's really good. It's really intense. You better be ready for it on your A game, but it's worth it, and you can get through it.
Nick Tarrant, UTA News.
For more information on UTA's nursing programs, visit www.uta.edu/CONHI.
The Parent and Family Center hosts Parent and Family Weekend each year. The event encourages students to bond with their families and to give parents an in-depth look into the college experience.
As you can see, it's a pretty windy weekend here at UTA, but it's a perfect weekend for Parent and Family Weekend. From showcasing many different events that UTA has to offer, including pumpkin painting to campus tours, as well as basketball games, this event encourages the bonds between parents and their students.
One family had a lot to say about the event. For senior Chloe Lewis, the event means a lot to her and her family.
My parents come every year to Parent and Family Weekend, and I absolutely love it because it's a chance for us to be able to show our Maverick spirit because they love being a Maverick, and I love being a Maverick as well. And then today I'm here right now because I'm a UTA ambassador, and we were invited to be able to help other families paint really, really cool pumpkins today.
Chloe's parents agreed and said that there are many takeaways from the event, but one stood out more so to them.
The biggest takeaway for us is having the permission to be here to be with our college student. She's always busy, she's so involved.
It gives you an opportunity to really find out all the various facets of the university that my daughter has an opportunity to be engaged in.
For Parent and Family Center Director Casey Gonzalez, one of his favorite highlights is seeing parents on campus with their students.
This is for me personally. It's when I see parents enjoying their time on campus with their students and getting to see their students in the environment where the students spend all their time every day. There's nothing better than seeing students getting rejuvenated by having the parents on campus.
Madison Corda, UTA News.
In addition to his role as the director of the Parent and Family Center, Gonzalez is also the Assistant Dean of Students and started the Parent and Family Center in 2007. For more information about the Parent and Family Center, please visit www.uta.edu/parents.
October 25th marks 2 months since Hurricane Harvey made landfall, impacting communities that are continuing the recovery process. Here's how UTA is giving back.
Starting this week, the School of Social Work will collect food donations for pets affected by Hurricane Harvey. Social work junior Olivia Hobbs says since animals are sometimes ignored during natural disasters, the Social Work Council decided to help them instead.
I want the pets to be left out, Everyone is so focused on, human beings and a lot of houses and everything, and no one really ever thinks about pets.
Hobbs says the council has monthly meetings to discuss upcoming opportunities within the school, such as the Strive. Students meet in Building B of the Social Work Complex.
We just talk about the upcoming events that we have for the semester, and we talk about all the great things that we're going to do.
Dog and cat food are needed to ensure that pets are taken care of.
When you think about pets, you have to think that they have feelings too. They're human too, they have feelings too. So why not think about pets, and why not give back to pets too?
Showing people compassion and comforting them in their time of need is something Hobbs likes best about this project.
Letting them know that you're not forgotten, and that everything's going to be okay, and that we're going to help you out.
Antoine Williams, manager of communications, recruiting, admissions, and community outreach, says projects like this are an important component of the social work curriculum.
Well, a part of course, social work education and the social work field is always supporting and helping communities and building communities up. Also part of the major for social work, both at the undergraduate and master's level, they have to do field work, which is they're working with community organizations, so they have to do a certain amount of field hours to graduate.
He says the drive will help students gain real-world experience.
So this was right up our alley for both volunteer work and the type of work they do in the field with different agencies.
Williams says giving back to locals in need is just another incentive.
So it was always good to help fellow Texans and give back.
Chanel Sassoon, UTA News.
If you'd like to donate, boxes will be set up on the first and third floor of the Social Work Complex Building A through December 1st.
While many people need foreign language for their course requirements, UTA now offers American Sign Language. But for these two students, it is more than just a requirement.
The first classes were offered in the summer of 2016. And we were offering ASL 1 and 2. Next semester, for the first time, we're going to offer all 4 semesters.
As I sat down discussing the ASL classes with Sonia Kania, the chair for the Department of Modern Languages, I wanted to find students who were currently taking the class just to see what they thought. And that's when I found my story within a story. Now, looking at them, you would think that they were normal. However, they have something in common with their deaf instructor. They too have a disability.
I chose ASL just because I'm legally blind, and being a legally blind student, I just thought that I wanted to see how can a blind man learn sign language. Seeing the hands and making out the letters is somewhat of a challenge, but I still wanted to take on that challenge.
The thing about having low vision is the one disability that no one knows, no one sees it, because if you don't have glasses and a cane, you're not totally blind, and nobody knows how good or bad you can.
Yeah, we look normal.
Yeah, you look
unless
normal.
we announce to someone that we're blind.
We have to stop and tell them, make it bigger,
Or slow down. This is a sign for slow down. Just run your finger up your arm to slow down. About a week ago, I was in Walmart, and we were together actually, and we noticed a couple signing to each other, and it was neat to understand what they were doing and how they were communicating. So you never know. It's like our disability. You'll never know if someone has it unless you observe them in action, either using it or you're told.
If I eventually lose my eyesight, I'll be taking Braille, This is just Braille and order me a dog. And I always tell them to get me one that could drive because we got somewhere to go.
Even though the class is challenging for both Blue and Tim's, they say that the key to success is to adapt and never be afraid to ask for help. I'm Couture Hill, UTA News.
To find out more about the American Sign Language classes, you can visit the Department of Modern Languages in Hammond Hall.
That's all we have this week on the 7th edition of UTA News. I'm Benjamin Diaz.
And I'm Lina Mohammed. Stay tuned next week for more news, entertainment, and sports. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.